Hey everybody, this is Scott from Social Media Mastery. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I missed you guys. I've missed doing this stuff. I've just been on holidays. Happy New Year's. I hope you've had a good rest or been productive, and I hope that you've been safe. I've just been camping Cathedral Ranges in Victoria. It was beautiful. It was an amazing New Year's, but then we had to cancel our Halls Gap trip because it was surrounded by three massive fires, and so there's this big devastation around Australia, Victoria, Sydney. It's just been really strange, like really weird weather. But I hope that you're safe. I hope that you're okay. And I hope that you're ready to get started. And today I wanted to talk to you about how to attract 20 clients per week with LinkedIn and Prezi slides. This is about you teaching other people what you do so that you can get paid. And kind of to summarize this whole thing, to kind of go like, if you were going to tune out in the next 15 seconds and I was going to summarize the whole thing, here's what I would say. Don't be desperate. Don't think about you and your bills. Think about your clients and their needs, and keep showing up and teaching, followed by making an offer. And work on skill sets. Like, you need to know the tech. We show it to you. Like, there's in this group, it's I love this group. It's an amazing group. In this group, there is an announcement slide in Facebook. There's an announcement. If you click on it, it shows you the tech. It shows you click by click how to make an entire funnel. It's amazing. It's free. It's right there for you. If you find it, check it out. In this one, I kind of want to take a bit of a different angle. Like, so for the people that kind of need to really bring all of this together. So like, if you are an expert, you want to see people one-on-one, you want to do the one-to-many, maybe seminars, bring people into a room where you can kind of see more at once, or you want to really automate this stuff and do online courses. They're all possible for you, but they're all dependent on your skills. And when you develop the skill sets, you're gold. Brilliant. Do it in your sleep. It's fine. When you're first developing it, this is where you need to honor the struggle. And instead of like worrying about your next paycheck, this is really a time to kind of bring a fun spirit to learning, because you can get through this a lot faster than what you think, but you've got to do it in a way like where don't take it so, well, I mean, take it seriously, but don't take it seriously in a way that causes you to feel any negative emotions about this stuff, because you can treat this like a joke almost and have fun. However, what you put out needs to be good. And this is probably a very, very hard concept to talk about. Like, I'm saying, treat it not very seriously, but treat it more seriously. I'm telling you two opposites, but they are both true at the same time. You need to be completely detached. Who cares? Whatever, just have fun, keep showing up. And the reason you need to be detached and not care is so that you don't worry so much, so that you're present, so that you can learn, so you can be right here. You're not going to let the past or the future affect you negatively. But the reason you've got to be serious about it is because you got to do it properly. Like, if you just put out rubbish, obviously it's not going to work. So that's why you need those two things together, if that makes sense. So let's get straight into this. Thank you so much for being here. I've missed you guys so much. This is amazing. I've had so much fun. Even though I had to cancel the Halls Gap trip, I got to come home, see family, see friends, watch Netflix, watch The Witcher. That's an adult show. Only adults should be watching it. But oh my God, it's an amazing show with, you know that song? Throw a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, don't worry. It's not going to make any sense to you, but if you're a fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. So how to attract 20 clients per week. In this video, this is exactly what I want to show you. At some point through this presentation, even though I love my slides, they're going to be amazing. They're going to give you what you need. But I do abandon them halfway and just get into my computer and just show you some things. And that's what I'm really excited about, because how awesome is it that earning money, like more than you've had before, doing exactly what you love. And that's why I really want you to get that philosophy of these two opposites. Be more serious, be less serious. And if you know what I mean, you'll really know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Do you want to get 20 clients per week? And are you ready to teach what you know? So you're an expert. You know so much. If I spent 5 minutes with you, I bet I could pick your brain and I could find out something that you know about. What is it? Gut health? Is it business? Is it how to use YouTube better? Is it how to tie a better knot? Is it relationships? Is it divorce? Is it love? Is it happiness? Is it depression? Is it real estate? Is it Bitcoin? Is it crypto? Is it politics? I don't know. Like, what do you know that you just love to teach to people? Like, what have you been through? I don't know if you've heard my, I call it my wife left me story. I've told it so many times, but literally that I went through this separation. I was with my wife for 8 years, only married for 4, but we lived together for 8. And the separation was just messy. And not messy in the way like as within fighting, but I felt like I was a mess. She left, didn't give me any warning. I went on a camp trip. I came back. She was gone. There was a note. And I was just devastated. I couldn't focus for more than really half a day without just, I had to still see clients. I've seen over 4,000 clients in hypnotherapy, coach them on anxiety, depression, addiction. And I was in this state where I just lost myself completely. I didn't know where I was going to live in a month. We were renting together. Like, she ran off with our house money. We were going to buy a house. It was there. We were going to buy a house. And she ran off with all of it. And I've never seen her since. She found someone else that she liked better than me. And I needed to find within myself a method to reconstruct, rebuild my psychology before I could, this mission that I felt that I was born for, to put the world back together. I was just in a point of just putting myself back together. I was in no position to help anyone, but I just had to work out my feelings. And so what I found was that by journaling more, by getting serious, by kind of now like focusing on other people, it helps me to heal. By talking, it really helped me to heal. And so this is a story, like if you want to see the rest of it, if you want to see how this helps me build an empire, like, you know, how I did my first 250K a year, straight after she left, it is because of the psychology that I put back together in my head. And I want to get into some of this with you, but do you want to teach, let's say that's what I know, that's the things that I love to teach. Do you want to talk about what you know, what you love, to an audience of 260 million on LinkedIn? So my business partner, Jackie, she's amazing. She's quite frankly a lot more skilled than me at so many things. And I love it. I appreciate it. The fact that, you know, she's picked me to be her business partner. I'm a lucky guy. That's amazing. And I really appreciate it. Massive gratitude for that. And so that you'll find in this group that I teach, she teaches, we both teach. I take a turn, she takes a turn. Come to our seminars, come to our live events, because those things are crazy. Because what happens at these live events, you will finish your marketing funnel in one day. Nobody else does this, like nobody on the planet. That's why we do like, you know, $90,000 in one day from a seminar, because nobody else does what we do. People do a table of contents, but they don't necessarily help, if that makes sense. So if you're ready to put your copywriting skills to the test, if you're ready to put your Prezi videos to the test. So what is copywriting? It's basically, you know, if you know what it is, obvious, you already know. If you don't, it just means the text that you write, the words you say, usually on paper, but it can be spoken as well. The words you say to sell, to construct your offer, to tell people why they should choose you. Prezi is a program online we're going to get into. And as we get into it, I'm going to show you how to make videos to help you make more money faster. But I don't want you to have the intention of this is just about making money faster, if that makes sense. You'll make money faster if you can really, you know, wrap your heart around the idea that you're adding value to other people, and that's all. And you're getting rewarded for it. So like losing this whole idea of like, well, it's a, you know, the business of just money making. Anyone who just focuses on making money, obviously what they're lacking, like it can sound cliche to say, if you focus just on the money, you'll never make it. But it's not cliche, because if you spend more of your brain thoughts, if you spend more time in your brain thinking about other people and about how you can solve their problems, then you've got more to offer than someone who just goes, pay me. And that, to me, like nothing can be more apparent, nothing can be more obvious. So thank you so much for being here. I missed you guys. I haven't been in this group for a little while, so I really missed you. So let's get on with this. But learning a new platform takes months. Oh my God, the technology, the stress, having to figure these things out, and you need $10,000 in the next month because of perhaps a situation that you might or might not be in. You might not need the whole $10,000 in the next month. This is stuff people say to us when they want our help. This is stuff that a lot of people say to us when they want our help. You probably don't need $10,000 in the next month, but this is kind of these statements that people say to us because like they're coming to us from the mindset of like, this better work, but they're not coming to us always. Like a lot of people do. I'm just talking about, that 3% that are all kind of desperate. 3% of people, they come to us all desperate going, oh, it's just about the money, just help me get paid. And we're going, we're really not here to teach you. Like we're not here to help you. We're not here to help the desperate person. This is obviously probably not going to be you, but if there's a desperate person out there that just goes, help me make 10 grand in the next month, we can't teach that person. And the reason is because they're not present. They're not focused on their service. They're not focused on who they're helping. They're focused on grabbing 10 grand in a month. Like I can do that, but I don't focus on it. And this is such an important point. And I want to show the specifics. I want to give you examples. I want to show you how. Thank you for being in this video. If you're still listening to me after this time, you're in the 1%. You're in the top 1%. Or let's say like it costs you $500 per week in ads just to scrape by. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like if you're scraping by and spending $500 in ads, there's something you're not doing right. Like I understand it can be difficult. I understand this can be like an emotional strain, but you got to start changing something or else you're going to get more of the same. And you might even get to a point where if you get one of those months, those really tough ones, you could find yourself in a situation that causes more permanent issues. And that's why I really want you to get these techniques. It is so ridiculously available today. If you're willing to act like our best buddy, be nice in this group, be cool, be authentic, be generous, be energetic, be fun, and do the work. And then be fun in your groups, be fun with what you put out. Don't be desperate, please. And I know that's not you, but we're just saying because there are people who just come across as that, oh, just give me the money. And obviously, compare it to the dating world, that's not going to work. But if you're willing to do this properly, but perhaps you're concerned that maybe, are you on the right track? Are you not on the right track? Do you want 20 clients fast? Well, let me tell you a story about why attracting clients more slowly will actually attract them faster. So clingy versus cluey, or broke versus boss. Think about the dating scene. Excuse me while I have a sip of water. So you can see these two energies. I don't know why I picked women, perhaps, as the star of the show here, but, I did. And the one on the left, clingy. The one on the right, cluey. The one on the left, let's call her broke. The one on the right, let's call her boss. So what are we really kind of saying about this? How does this relate to you? Like, why is this a good use of your time to listen to me tell you about this stuff right now? Because just imagine, date number one, turn up, will you marry me? Or sales pitch number one, give me 15 grand. Why should I do that? There's this thing that happens in a person's brain called fight, flight, or freeze. And it should be apparent in these videos that on the left, fight and flight are going on. So the lady on the left is doing fight, like she's like grabbing the guy. The guy is doing flight, he's trying to get out of there. The other one is freeze, where people just become invisible, they do nothing. But then the lady on the right-hand side, I don't know if you've seen The Matrix and you know Neo, or Keanu Reeves, who played Neo. Neo is a word that wasn't just an anagram of the word one, because he's the one. Neo referred to a part of the brain, the neocortex. They were talking about willpower, higher consciousness. When you get out of like the animal brain that says, I'm going to die, I'm going to get kicked out of my house, I'm going to lose my family, I'm going to lose my partner, I'm going to lose respect, I'm going to die, I'm going to, end of the world, Chicken Little stuff, the sky is falling. Blood moves from the front of the brain, the frontal cortex, to the amygdala. The biggest issue that we've got really on the planet is that the amygdala is bigger than the frontal lobe. So this lady on the right, what she's doing is she's decided for herself to come from a level of higher consciousness which is she's calm. She's probably got a pen and paper. She's definitely got a laptop. I can see it in the picture. She's got a watch. She knows what the time. She knows what she's doing. But she's probably got a pen and paper. And on that pen and paper, she's slowed down. She's probably not scrolling like crazy on a phone, like with a finger from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen. Swipe, 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 desperation. She's probably slowed herself down to the point where she's aware of her surroundings. She's aware of what she wants. She's got goal clarity. Who knows, like maybe she's been through a tragedy, but you wouldn't know because she's really deciding to spend that moment. Maybe like she's just spending 20 minutes focusing on what she's got to do. Maybe straight after that, she's going to run off and see a friend to, condole her because maybe her life has fallen apart, or maybe her life is amazing. But either way, right now, she's being conscious. She's being the neocortex. She's being the willpower. She's being deliberate. She's letting go of those animalistic urges to make snap decisions. And she's calmed. She's congruent. She's in flow. She's doing what she needs to do. People who focus on themselves stay broke. Only people who can think from their client's point of view can be rich. I want you to focus on being amazing. And I know that we've been talking about like what could be considered fluff or what you might call, I don't know, well, psychology, mood stuff, like inner healing. But it is important, and there's a reason that the richest people that are marketers on the planet talk about psychology, because that's the stuff that got their brain into a state where they're ready to deal with the tangibles and the practical. So thank you for, being with me this far. Now let's get on to practicals. I promise it's going to be practical from now on. But that stuff's important. Don't let it slip by. Show up. Focus on being amazing, especially for the rest of this video. So people that think that marketing is persuading people out of their money, they're wrong. People think that marketing is persuading people out of their money. That is probably the most ridiculous, most stupid definition of marketing. It is not that. Marketing is putting yourself out there for long enough for people to start to feel comfortable with you. Think about like dating again. Getting an amazing partner is not persuading people into a relationship. It's being present. Like, gosh, I mean, like, show up. Show your best. Be here. Listen to, like, watch. What's present? What is here? What's going on right now with the person right next to you? This is what marketing is. So these are the buckets. I love this metaphor so much. We've got on the left, we've got our empty bucket, and here it is. On the right, we've got our full bucket, there it is. We've got ready to buy when the bucket is full. Trust is somewhere they trust, but they're not ready to do anything. They'll keep following. And no trust, they're just ready to leave. But what everyone has is down the bottom, like zoom, this drill that keeps drilling doubt holes in the trust. People are not just not trusting in you, they're not trusting in themselves. The first sale is, well, obviously to yourself. You're going to convince yourself that you're worthy of doing this work. But the second sale is really not then convincing other people that you're worthy of doing this work. That's the last one. The second sale is really helping other people to see that they're just worthy within themselves. That's it. That's marketing. Educational-based marketing, story-driven marketing, effective marketing. You're helping other people to heal. You're helping the other person, not you to be necessarily, you're not defending your products to them. That is not how you make money. Literally just relax and teach people that they're worthy to have what they want. So the thing is like that it takes like 6 weeks to fill this bucket, but you got to keep the tap on. And people who just toe dip, or people that show up and leave and show up and leave, there is no trust because they're trying one thing after another and after another, and they never get to the point where so much money just starts pouring in. I found it ridiculous where I just get paid. And I'm like, oh, where'd the money come from? I guess it's from all the work I've done, right? But you've got to fill the bucket. Think about this like a tree, like a seed. Grow the tree. Don't dominate, don't manipulate the seed. Just plant the damn seed. Give it love and plant lots of seeds and give them all love. And don't spend all day on them. Just give them all a little bit of love, but just keep giving them a bit of water each day. If that makes sense? this is not hard, but you've got to do this particular method. I'm just telling you, how do you make this work versus how do you break it? So how do you get 20 clients per week? You've got to fill 20 buckets each week. The 20, but it isn't that, this is what people say. Isn't that a lot of work? No. You just send them the same bucket. So what we're saying is that make one video and send it to a lot of people. So you might set up a YouTube account, a LinkedIn account, a Facebook account, right? A TikTok account, Instagram. If you're across different social medias and you've got one video becomes 10 emails about the one video. It becomes, that you get all these people seeing the one video and you've got to fill the bucket, but it takes 6 weeks. It's not hard. You just need to focus on fixing a problem that people want fixed. And that's kind of it. And then the have and have nots couldn't be wider apart these days, but this is the thing. Keep delivering content that does the 3 Ps that we call problem, identify what problem you fix, the promise, what does the problem look like when it's fixed, and the path, then tell them how to fix it. But first identify the problem, then the promise, and then the path. And then you can easily just keep adding value. Go oh, here's just 6 videos, or here's just 6 videos over 6 weeks. You fill the bucket, then you're ready to make a fortune. It's ridiculously good, but this is the thing I'm telling you. Most people give up, most people quit, most people leave before the finish line. 48 hours before the end of a funnel is where you get 80% of your sales. Around New Year's, I've stopped doing hypnotherapy for a while because I'm focusing on this marketing stuff, and I was on holidays. I made heaps of money while I was away camping because I set up email campaigns. And I'm telling you that 80% of the money came in the last 48 hours of the campaign. But how many people quit right before the end? They're about to fill the bucket and they haven't handled their doubt, so they can't handle their customers' doubt, if that makes sense. So what do you fill the buckets with? How do you fill your client bucket? With water. Webinars. That's a fancy word for a video. Automated emails. That's where you write them and then you schedule them in advance, like what I did when I went away camping. Testimonials, when other people, videos, you can do this. Videos of people that you've helped that say you're good. Ebooks, so people like to read, and reminders and follow-up. That's it. Keep chucking in the water. Enough water cures the doubt. If you cure the doubt, they buy. That's it. So step 1, creating leads using LinkedIn.